How's it going, people? See if anybody's watching right now. One watching now. Alright. Let's wait till we get some people. I guess we can start playing. Alright. Let's see. Got to, I guess, do this mission. Or race. I guess nobody's watching. Alright. Really wish more people would join. Got no one in here. I don't understand why a Civic would have 7 gears with a stock transmission. Like, that just makes no sense at all. But hey, it's a game, right? Oh, it didn't split them very well. Not my favorite car, but hey. Best car I can do with right now. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know why I did that camera view. Really messed with me. Oh, this guy's gonna pass me. Oh, I win. Woo! And we'll do the next race. let's see. We got a time. Yeah, we'll do a time trial. Let's see. How can I get more people? How do you... I gotta follow us somehow. But nobody wants to watch me play. How do I see my live events? Is it because... I'm trying to figure out how I see my live events on my phone so I can share it off of my phone, but it's not letting me. How to share live event on mobile. Please bear with me for a second. To share live event on mobile. I guess there's an app you can download. You can live stream. Alright, let's see. Never. Won't even show. Shows on there. Why'd I disconnect? I shouldn't have disconnected. This isn't being very cool. I really wish... Oh, there it is. Haha. Takes forever to pop up. Share. Facebook. Not now. I wish somebody would freaking watch. What's going on? People talk to me. What's going on? Oh, somebody's watching. What's up? Go ahead and comment. Or you know, write a message in the chat. Let me know who's watching. 'Cause I can't tell who's watching. Says there's 2 watching, but I don't see how. I'm just trying to bust out these races and talk to people about the Mandela effect while I do these races. but it doesn't seem like nobody is aware of the Mandela effect or wants to even watch, so it's all good. Just sit here and race my little ricer while we wait for more people to come, and if no more people come, then it's all good. I can't tell if it's just somebody else is watching or if it's because I shared it. That was a good turn. I really don't understand why you can drift in a Civic though. It's more like power sliding. Oh, what's good, guys? Write in the chat. Let me know who's in here, or if anybody's really paying attention, or if you just popped in to see what this was about. It's gonna be kind of hard for me to, you know, chat back, but you know, I can comment back through the mic. That was great. Well, thanks, man. Appreciate the comment on the good driving. So what you guys up to tonight? Just relaxing with my daughter and sitting here playing Need for Speed since the Division servers don't want to be up tonight for some reason. I want to... Oh, Mandela effect, huh? Yeah, I mean, I've done my research on it, and I've looked at topics and, you know, people's discussions and everything about it, and it just flabbergasts me upon how there can be so many people who have the same misnotion upon something, or the same mismemories, I guess, you know, and everybody just plays it off like it's just another conspiracy theory or another thing, you know, to just not pay attention to. But the fact of the matter is that there are actual things that are been changed, you know, like Luke, I am your father in the movie Star Wars was Luke, I am your father. It was not, no, I am your father. And I'm finding as I do it and I talk to more people and see them, you know, doing their research and talking about it, that it's not just one thing. It's a lot of many things, and it's what I'm thinking is that a quantum computer, okay, they said a quantum computer has been made, and that they can actually prove that it works now. Oh, thanks for the comment for the nice Ricer, man. Yeah, it's my first car, you know, I just put it together really quick. But yeah, C-3PO's leg was gold. It was always gold. The very first time C-3PO gets his exoskeleton is when, you know, he's at the award ceremony for Anakin, and when he gets the award for, you know, saving the princess and Naboo and everything, and he had all gold body exoskeleton. He didn't have a silver leg. Okay, what people are putting it to is that, oh, they made him with spare parts, and that's how he got the silver leg, and it was because Anakin, the rebels made him, and they put a bomb in his leg. But if you remember the movie at all, and if you've seen it way back then, it was not going to be silver. And then, see, we have a children's book where every picture inside the book, his leg is silver, okay, and you notice each picture, it's like the gold has been scratched off or faded away, but yet the picture on the outside of C-3PO has him all gold. Okay, is that a mistake and they just I see, and that's the thing, is it's going back and changing things, or was it always that way and we just never noticed, and now all of a sudden everybody's noticing it? Am I gonna buy GT Sport? Haven't really looked that up yet. Have to look into that. If it's anything like Gran Turismo, L to the yes, or Forza, yes. But I know Forza's on Xbox, not PlayStation, so. Now going back to the quantum computer, they've actually said that they have a quantum computer made, that it actually works and they can prove it, okay? So then you go and research CERN and anything to do with that, and the fact that they are messing with black holes and wormholes, and you know, they say that they're trying to make contact to another dimension, so therefore they're saying that they can tell that there's another dimension and they're trying to make contact with it. And any retrospectrum and any way you look at it is the fact that they are messing with things that they don't know anything about. Same with the quantum computer. Okay, if you have a quantum computer and it actually works, it can change the physical reality of things. The D-wave computer, yeah, just like you said, bro. Yeah, exactly. And I've been listening to the dude, if you watch anything with like TED Talks, it's like these conferences and these talks that they have with the smartest, articulate, intelligent hackers and computer engineers and analysts and just all these different people around the world. And dude's talking about him creating the D-Wave computer and what he thinks or what his vision is. Oh, that was a bad turn. For it in 10 years or 5 years, and he straight up says we want to make robots or anatomic robots, mechanical robots that are better than humans in every way. Okay, so essentially you're saying you want to create the singularity effect where technology becomes smarter than man, so therefore we have a pivot point, whether that was a horrible race. We make it or break it, basically. We become a worldwide government of the US, like, or not US, but of the world, like in Star Trek, or we fall apart and become a civilization that gets overtaken by technology and we just become essentially slaves. Arm was red. Surely we have noticed his leg. Yeah, and they want to change him in the new movie, and there's so many things though, like Forrest Gump. Life was like a box of chocolates, not life is like a box of chocolates. It's hard for me to think and play a game at the same time, but bear with me as I hit this all off the top of my head. Bernstein Bears. Now see, that's one that I've seen talked about for a while. And see, that's the thing, when you look at all this up, if you look Mandela effect and you try to watch how far back videos go on the subject or just topic, you know, conspiracy theorists and awakened people or activists or, you know, just intelligent people, articulate people, the furthest I've found is 2014, I believe it was. And it was just like that chick Fiona Broom coming up with the theory about it. It wasn't even anything to do with people noticing how things changed or what. But then it's, you find people that say that this was a thing like a year and a half ago and then it died off, and then now the people that are noticing now must be in a different timeline or a different dimension. Hey guys, welcome to the live stream. Just talking about the Mandela effect and different opinions and views on it. Different things I found when I researched it, and reading people's comments and watching videos and being a part of Facebook groups and, you know, different, I guess you say, conspiracy theorist groups or whatever, awaken people groups. And it's just, there's too many people that noticed it. But see, it's only a certain age group. It's, from what I've noticed, the age group from like 25 to 40. you know, one of the big ones that got me was Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. Yeah, like in a Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. My bad. I'm trying to read the comments while I'm trying to race, and I just lost the race. I'm gonna have to do it again. Yeah, Mirror, Mirror on the Wall, and then you know, it just goes Forrest Gump is spelled with one R, not two R. And Glorious Bastards is spelled Basterds, not ARDS. Looney Tunes is spelled TUNES, not TOONS. Like, there's a lot of these things, okay? But you can still go back and find evidence that it hasn't changed all the way. Yes, I have a wife. Okay, Mandela effect is where you start noticing things that are, okay, such as mirror on the wall. Okay, that's what it used to say, but now it says magic mirror on the wall. Or you got Bernstein Bears was spelled STEIN, not STAIN, but now it's different. And then you got Luke, I am your father from Star Wars, but it doesn't say Luke, I am your father anymore. It says no, I am your father. And then I found one the other day. It's, okay, the song by Queen, We Are the Champions. At the very end, it goes, we are the champions, no time for losers, but we are the champions of the world. Okay, and I'm watching a video of the comedian, I don't remember what show he's from, but he had these celebrities in the car with him, and they do like joyrides, you know, and they'll sing to the radio. It was like him, Adele, George Clooney, and somebody else in the back of the car, and like they wanted to finish the song, but it wouldn't finish. Oh, that was horrible. Because the song's changed, and so I went back and I looked up the actual song back when it was uploaded, the first that it was uploaded, and I think it said 2008, I believe, was the furthest back you can go to an uploaded video on the song, and that one's changed. And it goes just like the Forrest Gump movie and the Snow White movie, and just there's so many things that you start finding when you're doing this stuff. I'm gonna lose this race horribly. I'm sorry, guys. I hope you guys aren't watching me to play this game and hope I was doing good. Yeah, but there's so many things that you find that, okay, there's products like Febreze, and see, there's a lot of these things that aren't changed in some people's view, and because one of the things aren't changed that people are saying, they'll stop looking it up or paying attention. But really the fact of the matter is, maybe that's not changed for you. Maybe your dimension is different than the dimension that other people, or parallel universe is merged with their parallel universe, or it hasn't merged and you're seeing things totally different. If you don't know what the Mandela effect is to the core, it's hard to describe. Like, this is the Mandela effect and here's the definition. But essentially what it is, Mandela effect no, is that things are being changed in our reality without it being massively noticed, and the majority of people noticing it are the, you know, the awakened ones, the ones that don't take everything for a grain of salt. You know, they actually research stuff and go and look into it. And so it's like a quantum computer, or our parallel universe or dimension is merged with ours, and it's causing things to change in our reality. Forrest Gump, life was like a box of chocolates, is now life is like a box of chocolates. Yeah, when you remember something differently than actually what it was, like, see, there's people that are actually saying that them and another friend will go somewhere and they remember it totally different than the other person, and they know for sure that it happened that way. They can swear to the T that it happened that way, but the other person's like, no, there's no freaking way, there's no physical way that it didn't happen that way, no. And so it's kind of like deja vu in a sense, but it's more than that, because it's like movie lines are being changed, pictures and books are being changed, our physical reality, how people knew things have changed. It have anal ballage with Nelson Mandela. Yeah, or like, okay, that's one example, is that people remember Nelson Mandela dying back in 87, think it was, or 88, but then he died in, 2016, this year, and they could have swore that he died again. And same with Prince. People swore Prince died before, and then he died again. And Muhammad Ali, same thing. Prince died before, but then all of a sudden he died again. It just, I don't know how to put a definite finger on it. I mean, and like I tell people, when you're looking this stuff up and you're hearing about it, you go research it. Like, really, go and look this stuff up, because it's mind-boggling how things that you know for sure, like Snow White and the Seven Doors, mirror, mirror on the wall, isn't mirror, mirror on the wall anymore. It's magic mirror on the wall. So, therefore, you're telling me that it's just, you can't. No, it's always been that way. And see, people will try to give you explanations and reasonings upon the matter, and then because they don't notice it or they see something different, you're cuckoo. You're a conspiracy theorist, you're a tinfoil hat wearer, and so they, I don't know, they delete you from their account, or they won't talk to you anymore, or it's hard to say. And it just seems like, to me, like they're doing another tactic to make people seem less connectable. So therefore, when they do something that's really big, like this recent attack at Orlando, and the fact that he was allowed to still get a weapon after he was flagged by the FBI and CIA and was being watched, it don't compute with me. Same with the San Bernardino shooting. There was 3 dudes in all black, and they went up and they shot up a Christmas party, and supposedly they've been planning this for the last, I don't know, 5 to 6 years. But all of a sudden, because he goes into a Christmas party and gets mad at somebody, he's gonna tell his wife and say, "Come on, we're gonna do this now." That plan we had for the last however long we had it, nah, forget that. We're gonna do it right now. And oh, by the way, grab all the rifles, grab the pipe bombs, and da 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 da, and let's go do it right now. No, it don't fly with me. And then they found them, 4 blocks away. No. My take on the body anatomy. See, me and my wife have different remembrance of this. Yo, dude, like, you like shooting up Christmas parties. That's horrible. Like, why would you even joke about that? I could have swore the heart was on the right or the left side. That's why you put your right hand over your left side of your chest when you do the Pledge of Allegiance and national anthem. And then your stomach was like more mid to lower of your stomach area. It was not right under your ribs. Like, that makes no sense to me. What's so bit, like, and people are, oh, it's been that way. Yeah, the rib cage too. Yeah, like, I remember it being like free floating, basically. Like, and maybe I remember some of these things differently, but I pay attention, and I got straight A's in school. I've been to college, da 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 da, and I don't remember my rib cage connecting to my sternum to where it was just like yeah, I know. The pulse in the middle of the wrist, stomach was much slower. Yeah, yeah. It's some of this stuff is just, and there's so many things about it. Like, and I do research, and I try to pay attention to, conspiracy theories, and just stay awake and pay attention to things and don't take them for what they say. And this Mandela effect, they're not even saying it on the mainstream media, and usually if they want a topic or a discussion to be knocked down or put to the side so nobody really pays attention to it, they'll do like a, I don't know, 20-second segment. Oh, people are talking about the Mandela effect today, but don't worry, it's just a bunch of conspiracy theories, just like 9/11, so put it in the back of your mind and don't pay attention to it anytime you see this. But that's the thing, is that there really is something about this, but like everything else, there's proof, and there's still physical proof, but it's really arbitrable. Like, is this that serious enough for you to go out and hold a red flag over yourself and bring attention to yourself to where all your friends and family members who are already thought you were kind of off or cuckoo because you're awake and you don't take what the government says as gospel, and you question everything? Well, you definitely are now, because you think things are changing in reality, and there's no physical way that that's happening. It's like back in the day, like you used to never make fun of the president or talk badly about the president or the government, because we were the United States of America, and if you did that, you were looked down upon. You were talking shit about your country. Yeah, see, that's the video I was talking about. Yeah, the celebrities singing "We Are the Champions." Thank Abdul. I don't know anymore. And see, you can go into the Burns, Oregon incident, and the Bundy Ranch, and the militias, and just how crazy that all that BS was, and how really nothing became of it. I mean, a militiaman, the general of the militia, got shot. He basically got ambushed and was shot cold blood, and they said because he had a weapon on his side and da 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 da, but he really didn't pull it out. He just got out of the car, and they waited for him to go off the National Reserve to a town hall meeting in a town that was 45 minutes away, and they caught him 30 miles out. Thanks for joining the stream, guys. Sorry about that. Got kind of sidetracked with the discussion that I was talking about. But if you're just joining, I'm talking about the Mandela effect and all the crazy ish that goes along with it, researching it, opinions and views. Yeah, just let me know how y'all feel about it. I mean, I saw a video of a girl that said she went to a funeral when she was a kid, and it ended up being a sister from her mom's previous marriage, I guess, and they didn't tell her about it, right? She goes to the funeral, and she's not really sad, she don't really know who the person is. Okay, whatever. Incident goes over, and she asks her mom about it again. Her mom's like, oh, just don't worry about it. She was your sister, but you really didn't know her, da 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 da. And so, like, 10 years later, she remembers it again, and she goes and asks her mom, like, hey, Mom, you remember that funeral that, I went to, and I was asking you about that girl, and you said she was my sister, da 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 da. I would like to ask you about that again. And her mom's like, wait, you weren't there. And she's like, no, yeah, I remember the grave. I remember seeing her picture. And no, you weren't there. You were in a different state. And she swears up and down to this day, to T, that she went to that funeral. And it wasn't just her mom telling her about it. She can remember physical and emotional feelings that were tied to this event. But yet her mom swears up and down that no, there's no way you went. There's no way. And then, so, she's talking about another incident where she meets this lady in the mall, and she can't understand why her mom goes up to this lady and is like, hey, you know, oh, I miss you, you know, I miss you, I haven't seen you in a long time, how you been, da 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 da. And so, you know, she just asks, you know, goes along with it, and then asks her mom about it later, and she's like, oh, well, that's another one of your sisters that, you know, we didn't tell you about, and it was with this husband, and like, the thing was that her mom was basically racist, and this girl was black. And so she's like, wait, mom, like what do you mean? And she's like, no, yeah, that's your sister, you know her. And she's, no, I've never met that lady in my life. She's like, oh, I've introduced you to her a couple times. And, you know, people remembering things totally different that correlate with each other, and it just totally contradicts the other thing. Yeah, Ghost is my plate right now. I haven't changed it. I might go and do that after this next race. I gotta think about getting a drifting car here in a minute, I guess, because I'm running out of races to do. Let's see. Oh, I guess I could do this one. No, yeah, I gotta go there. So, any questions you guys have on it? I mean, obviously, some people left. There's only 3 people watching right now. But I remember him being president. So what you guys up to tonight? Pretty chill here. Just hanging out. Yeah, I played Gran Turismo shit all the way up to number 5, and then I had to stop playing for a while. I was trying to do the GT Academy tournament stuff. When they come out with a new one, I'm definitely gonna be trying to do that. I love racing, everything to do with racing, drifting, autocross, rally, drag, just pretty much anything. I used to drift back in the day. It's morning there. Where are you from? I'm in Arizona right now, so it's about 12:30. Ridge Racer was cool, yeah, and Tokyo Extreme Racer. I like that one. Sega Rally. Yeah, I've played pretty much any game out there except for like a couple of the Final Fantasies I never really got into, but I liked 7 and Tactics. Colin McRae, yeah, I played that a couple times, but I didn't like the graphics on it that much. But I mean, it wasn't much different than like Sega Rally. Got a little close to the wall there. Trying to keep it entertaining for you guys. That's why I got that weird camera mode on that you can change. This is my favorite view, but it makes people sick, I've heard. Oh shit. I used to play chip PlayStations back in the day. Oh, chipped PlayStations, yeah. I messed up. I gotta turn around. I'm not gonna beat the time, I don't think. I might. Yeah, I used to do the Game Shark on what's it called, on PlayStation and on GameCube, to where you could like soup the cars up like 2,000-3,000 horsepower and make them fly. Like that dumbass stuff. And then do the glitch where you could go outside the track and drive around the levels. But I'm freaking doing horrible right now. I actually might still win. Wow. Nice. Nope. I barely missed it. Yep. Did you check out the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air song? What Fresh Prince of Bel-Air song? I don't know what you're referring to. Derek, I have no idea what you are referring to, sir. I know the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air song, yeah.
Oh, that song.
Now this is a story about how I got high. Now everybody in my life had just died. No, not that one, I guess. That was a remix. I guess I ought to do this one, huh? Sprint race, yeah. Middle ain't correct. Wait, they changed the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air song now? Oh my god, see? And it's like the weirdest things that it seems like they're 20 years, not 20 years, like 15 years or older, right? Like Fresh Prince I know probably isn't 15 years, but the majority of things, right? So I was saying like the age group, like I'm 29, so you know I started waking up or noticing things when in like 2008 or 9, I would say, when I got out the military. And it's like the baby boomers, you know, they're busy listening to the news. They listen to everything the news says. They don't research it. They just listen to it. And then you got the new generation, you know, whatever they want to call it, Generation Y or da-da-da-da, that everything they see on Facebook or the news, they believe. You know, the challenge, the stomp the flag challenge, oh, if it's on the news, then it's real. If it's on YouTube, then it's real. If it's on Facebook, then it must be true. And so, you know, they don't go and research da-da-da-da-da. So it's the gap that are mostly, like the babies of the baby boomers, basically, you know? And like Mirror Mirror on the Wall, and like you're saying, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you really wouldn't notice unless you watched it every day, or you watch the reruns now, you know. And those are shows or movies that are outdated, so people don't really pay attention to them, because when they watch them, it's just like watching something over again. Like, oh, okay, you know, it might be different, but I must have remembered it wrong. But then you got the new people that are watching the movies for the first time, and they don't know any different, so that's how they hear it the first time, or that's how they see it the first time. And so they don't know any different. So things start slowly, incrementally changing to the point to where we're not going to be able to go back or even know what initially was right or wrong, because everything's going to be changed. It's just like Christopher Columbus sailed the 7 seas. No, wait, no, he didn't. No, he discovered the Caribbeans and raped all the Indians there, and that's why we have no Caribbean Indians anymore. I mean, George Washington was the first president. Oh, wait, no, wait, there was 8 presidents before him, and they just weren't technically presidents because they were like the presidents of the Confederate States, or the Articles of Confederation. You know, hit pause and play it. Yeah, okay. Alright. I see, it's gonna be really difficult for me to do that because I'm not gonna be able to hear it. I'm gonna have to take off my mic. I'll definitely listen to it later, and I'm gonna be doing this probably, I don't know, twice, maybe 3 times a week. We'll see how much time or how many people I get. And the most I've had is 8 people at once on this. But like I said, it's really not funny or you know, sense. have the time to dedicate to it to do what I need to be make money. Yeah, Bible changes. Yeah, like what is it? The wolf or the lion laid with the sheep, or the lion laid with the lamb, and now it's the wolf laid with the lamb. And there's a lot of other things. And I'm not very religious per se. Like, I don't really go to church, but at the same time, if there was any religion that I could claim or actually say yes, I am that, it would be Buddhism. But again, you know, I don't go to church. I meditate, you know, and I pray here and there, and you know, my wife's very Christian and spiritual, but again, she doesn't go to church either, because we don't believe that to show that you're religious you have to go to a designated area. You know what I'm saying? Like, any area can be holy or spiritual as long as you're in the right mind frame and have the right reasonings behind what you're doing. Yeah, there's lots of stuff changed. I don't know why I did that. Oh, it's a drift contest. Ha! I gotta fucking drift in a Civic. Intentional or accidental? Yeah, see, that's, I don't know. Like, that's what I'm trying to say, is I don't know if they actually notice it. And if they do, then that's the crazy thing, is why would they intentionally be trying to change things? Like, I can't drift in a freaking Civic. This is ridiculous. Yeah, cause see, if they got a quantum computer and they are actually saying it works now, it's very, very intricate. Or even CERN, yeah, like you're saying, like, the fact that they are messing with portals and black holes and supposedly the God particle, of which, you know, was the particle that started everything, or that intertwines everything, and then they're fighting more particles that are related to that, that are even smaller or entwined with that. And yeah, I can't drift in a Civic. I'm sorry, guys. I might have to buy another car when I get some good money. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I can't focus. Yeah, there's so much things I can go into with this stuff that it's hard for me to focus or actually articulate anything as far as that goes. I would have to sit here and pause. Let me know what you guys want. As far as, I could put on another game. I don't know. Really, really mind-boggling upon how things are happening, though. You know, and then CERN, they put out that video that was like them all happy and dancing and everything because something good happened, or supposedly. But then one of the dudes in the video is holding two signs, and one says Bond and the other one says Mandela under him. And if you go back to the first person who played the Bond character, I think it was, his last name was Nelson, or it was something like that, you know. This is another drift. Oh my god, I can't believe myself. You think they do notice it, Derek? Why you say that? This car will not drift. This is horrible. I'm sorry, guys. I'm even driving manual. Oh, that was actually a decent one. Yeah, I'm not trying to ignore you guys or anything. I'm trying to actually win this for once. I just have to keep pressing it. No, I haven't really gotten anything. I just started this account like the other day. So this is the only car I have. And then I go and do that. See, I probably would have won if I would have done that corner good. Dang it. Alright, what'd you say, Derek? The guy in the CERN music video has the sign Bond #1 and Mandela with the thumbs up. Yeah, exactly. I checked out the Quran. I felt like I saw changes to the English, but the Arabic is unchanged. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, that. Why would the see? And that's another thing that a lot of people have noticed is that this is mainly only happening to American things. I haven't heard really of like any British movies being changed, like the lines or dialects or anything like that. You know, in that matter, like that's an interesting notion. Sucks the chat is sort of delayed. You already mentioned it. What? See, dang, yeah. I yeah, I'm watching the stream right now as I'm, you know, on YouTube as I'm doing it, and it's a good 10-second delay. I don't understand it either because I've got it hooked up Wi-Fi like right here, so there shouldn't be really. But the changes are global. Well, what's changed in the UK? Like, you know, like movies. Well, because you can't really say UK specific movies, but I don't know, like products, like or cars. You know, like a European car, like Volkswagen. Yeah, I know that's German. See, people were saying like the Ford logo changed here and there, and I noticed some like the little squiggle on the O. But the thing is, okay, question is, why would they be doing this intentional? If that's what you think, Derek or Abdul. Yeah, like the maps are changing too. Like I've seen that. Like, Saudi Arabia is an actual like island or something, and it wasn't before. There's a lot more islands above Australia that there weren't before. South America is more in the middle of the Atlantic than it was before, than rather under North America. But that's the thing is, what is the intentional change? Is it that they are changing things and these are the side effects because of those changes? And it's just, like I said, a side effect. They didn't intentionally mean to change things and that's happening. Or are they intentionally trying to change our reality to where we don't know what's up or down? So we don't necessarily know when we go back to our own reality, or how we can get back to our first reality or own reality, so-called. And see, this is a lot of technological, articulate, you know, theoretical type thinking. And that's all it is, mainly because, yeah, you can prove things are changing the way they were and the way they are now. I mean, I tell my mom this stuff, and she feels the same way. She's like, whoa. But she wouldn't have noticed if I hadn't have told her. Okay? And so, the majority of these things is, a majority of people don't notice it unless you tell them. But then at the same time, when you tell them, they go and research a video or, you know, they go and look up the topic and see that the majority of people who are doing it are kooky or, you know, conspiracy theorists. So then they, you know, they just push it off and just don't talk about it or don't know how to talk about it, because if they do talk about it, you seem cuckoo. I don't know why I just did a drift again. Oh, my boot.
You made it.
Oh, this is so annoying.
So let's do this.
You know, and that's kind of where I'm at. Is I personally don't care what people think about me as far as regards to go how I do stuff openly with you know, conspiracy theories and that are research and trying to let people know. But at the same time, I would like to really know what the hell is going on, so therefore I know it's not just all in my head, which I know it's not, but of course that's what the majority of people think, you know? I don't think I have to be. I think I just have to drift. Oh, that's horrible. I'm starting to wonder if things are fine. Memories. Well, see, and then that's when you go into deja vu, and then what is really deja vu? Is it a past occurrence that's reoccurring for you to change it? Or is it a memory of a past life you had that's intertwined with your DNA and it pops up to your vision because it reoccurs? Like they say, what happens in the past will always happen again. You know, history always repeats itself. Yeah, I mean, it's a really interesting time right now in America, and I would have thought we would have, I don't want to say downfall, but would have broke by now and would have had like an inner civil war or, you know, something to cause the notion that our democracy isn't what we started it for and that we've gotten really far from it. And we need to get back to it somehow. But you can't really go onto that topic or that notion unless you say a certain word that everybody runs from because what it entails. I mean, but that's the thing is, do we really care, or are we just doing it for publicity? I did someone or something to make changes to our favorite movies and try to warn us about 9/11 before it happened. Or how about the fact that maybe somebody went back into the past and changed something and it's causing ripple effects. You know, like, I don't know, they say if you go back and you were to, you know, prevent Hitler from doing everything, then it would cause other things to change. Like maybe instead of him being a killer and a, you know, a totalitarian person and, you know, trying to kill all the Nazis, he would have went to art school and became a famous and made paintings, and so much things would have changed because of that. You know, I don't know. The collapse of the dollar. See, and that's when you go into the collapse of the baking structure and the baking industry in America back in 2008 when we started pushing that shit off onto Greece, when we bailed out all the banks and gave them money to, you know, pay off all the loans that they got, and so it pushed it off onto Greece, and then that's when Greece and their banking structure collapsed, and, you know, the euro went down, and and so now you got supposedly America with 19-20 trillion dollars debt. You got us sitting there funding so many black ops projects and the NSA and research and R&D and, you know, all these things, but yet everything is fine. You know, everything's good. We got our new president coming into office. Whether it's a liar, manipulator that everybody really isn't going to vote for, but she's going to make sure that the internet scrubbed the negative information about herself, and that all the votes are, you know, orchestrated and manipulated into her favor. or you're gonna get a loudmouth, arrogant that just runs his mouth and speaks off the top of his head and gets his information by watching TV. So then when something really truly is important happens and he opens his mouth, World War III is gonna happen. Or we're gonna collapse so far because he's gonna think he knows what he's doing and he's gonna hire all these people to be on his cabinet, and really he ain't gonna get nothing done because, like he says, he ain't being bought off by nobody. He's funding himself. But if you know anything about the way the American government works and the democracy, you have to have money or blackmail over people. That's the only way thing. I mean, I watched Jon Stewart talk about lobbying, and he said he spent one day as a lobbyist, you know, and on the stock market and in the Senate, and he said don't. He's like, you can't go in there without getting tainted. You automatically have to have stuff on people if you want to get stuff done. And if you don't have anything over anybody, then you're never going to get anything done. And that's the sad thing about it. And I mean, you can watch the show Veep, and yes, it's a show, and it's very exaggerated and it's unproportionalized, and it's made to be entertaining, but at the same time the basic root of it is true. Yeah, the Simpsons video where, see, that's the crazy thing too, is Simpsons predicts 9 out of 10 things that happen, and just nobody ever really pays attention to it because it's the Simpsons. You know, it's just like South Park. And Tom Green back in the day, that dude was really smart and articulate, but because he thinks differently than the masses, he's cuckoo and weird and crazy. You know, I mean, what's that red marker in the top left corner? I don't know what that means.
Oh.
On air. I think that means I'm recording, maybe? I don't know. Interesting. You left the application. You returned to the application. Pull my chronology. Can you guys still hear me? Hello. Let me know if you guys can still hear me. This shit is tripping out. As soon as I know you guys can hear me, I'll get back on track or topic or whatever. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, cool. So what now? Let's see. What are the games you guys play? I play this, The Division, Battlefronts, Mortal Kombat, Need for Speed, of course, and then Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Made it like 30. What, the delay's like 30 seconds now, or what? That's so weird. I gotta do something about that, maybe. Still got 5 people watching. That's pretty good. Let me know, spit out some topics or insights upon stuff. Okay, what's some things that personally made you guys notice this and start wanting to research it? The Mandela effect. See, me and my wife pretty much always research things and try to pay attention to the most everything and anything. I'll watch a lot of random ass videos. I'll read comments. I'll go in forums. I'll da 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 da. And I happened to see the Mandela effect, and I was just like, oh, okay, well, watch it. I watched part of it and didn't really pay attention to it. So then, like a day later, I went and woke up in the middle of the night because my son needed his pacifier. He's only an eight-month-old. Okay, and so I go into the kitchen and I see this bright ass light in the window. I'm like, what the hell is that? And I look through the window and there's this bright ass comet. Or supposedly that's what they said. And no, my wife encouraged me to the fullest. She researches this, tries to look at it as much as possible also. So there's a bright ass comet, and I was like, what the hell? And so I went in and asked my wife if she saw it. She's like, yeah, what was that? I thought it was a truck. And I was like, oh no, it was a meteor or it was a comet, you know, I think, da 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 da. So I wake up the next morning and research, and they posted it on the news and said, oh yeah, there was a meteor shower last night, and there happened to be one that came close to the Earth, and this is what it looked like, da 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 da. Okay, and then they were posting pictures of these weird, like, after what it looked like to me was like a missile trail, because it was very squirrely. It wasn't like a meteor trail. It was like a missile was chasing another missile, shot it down. But I don't know. I mean, it's just like that Trident missile test that they said they were doing like 4 or 5 months back, and everything that I've seen and researched quite contrary to what they're saying, but alright. And then so I'm watching the video on the Mandela effect. Me and my wife were watching it, and it just popped out like how did I not notice this before when I watched it? Like, what? And so yeah, we started researching it, and how does things get changed in a movie from 20 years ago? I mean, Luke, I am your father gets changed to no, I am your father. Field of Dreams, build it, he will come. No, it was build it, they will come, because he was trying to save the farm, and if he builds it, the people will come and give him money to save the farm. It doesn't even make contextual sense that it would be build it, he will come. Because he wasn't talking about his dad to the other dude. He was talking about saving the farm. I don't know. I just don't see how, like, life is like a box of chocolates. Life was like a box of chocolates. How... there's got to be something physically changing our realities. It can't just... Or... because... I don't know, Hillary has been found going back and scrubbing negative information about herself throughout, you know, Google and all these algorithms. And if you're messing with algorithms, it's gonna have a ripple effect essentially, because algorithms are essentially like AI. And, you know, our system runs off an integrated system, so if you mess with one thing, it's gonna have a ripple effect and mess everything. So if you go in and start deleting information about yourself, don't you think it would cause ripple effects that are tied to everything else? But then it's like the C-3PO thing. You can still find pictures of him all gold. Okay, so therefore, how is it that he was all gold in some of the movies and had a silver leg in some of the movies? It was either he had all gold or he had a silver leg. There's not both, but you can find pictures of both. I just... yeah, I mean, you could... that's when you start going into who's really pulling the strings. Who's the puppet master? Aliens? Super race? And then you start going in, yeah. I mean, you can go back to the Egyptians and Sumerians and every ancient civilization, and they talk about star gods. And, you know, every god was depicted as an animal back then, and we've gotten very, very far from our instinctual animal, I guess you could call it, our base. You know, we used to believe that sun was God, you know, Amen Ra, or Ra, and that the moon was basically hell, Set. You know, and you can go into every religion and every civilization and every culture and find the same story with different people. The names have been changed to protect the people that this is about, like they do nowadays in documentaries and real-time stories, you know, and things in that matter. Oh, that was a good turn. I mean, it goes like to magic, okay? They actually came out and said that they acknowledge magic as a national treasure. I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it was the Senate. Like, they put out a bill or a declaration that was acknowledging magic as a national treasure. And then you got all these movies that are coming out. For one example, The Conjuring 2. And you got people actually getting possessed in the movie theaters, and the demon that's portrayed in the movie is overtaking them, and they sound exactly like the demon does in the movie. But yet, you know, people are taking their kids to this movie. I could talk about personal things that have to do with that, but then that's just going into a whole another realm or life things, you know, because that's arbitrary, and if you don't believe in that matter fully, then you're not gonna have the open mind to see anything to that matter. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'll read your comment in a second. You didn't not texting and racing, right? You didn't race. Every religion has one goal. What? To control the masses through fear? I mean, if you really think about it, that's how and why religion's created in every culture. Divine magic, evil demons are only trying to stop this. Yeah, I mean, that's a good opinion. I'm not gonna knock it. I mean, I see. It's hard for me to believe in an all-knowing individual that has the power and influence to control or not control everything and create everything, but yet sit back and watch what they've created self-implode and not. I don't see, and then that's where you go. You can't necessarily believe in everything you see. I greatly understand that. I've seen things in my life that greatly contradict the notion that there isn't there anything there. But I still hold, you know, the fact that organized religion, it's all the same thing. The book, you know, the Book of Mormon is the same thing as the Book of Jehovah. The Bible is the same thing as the Quran, is the same thing as the Emerald Tablets, which is the same thing as it. They're all the same story, just different people, and you know, different times and events, and the names have been changed to protect the people inside. Like, I know I've said this, it's just I don't understand how people can get so hell-bent and have wars over this shit. You know, you live down the block from somebody, but because you believe in, I don't know, that a girl's a god and not a guy, that no, you're wrong, so you gotta die. You know, I've been to a lot of different churches and cultures, and been around a lot of different people and types of life, from rich to poor to on the street to going to, you know, Buddhist temples, and it's, I'm not knocking anybody for what they believe either. I mean, you believe in organized religion, that's that's your own downfall, to spend your time and dedication to sit there and exasperate yourself every day or every Sunday, and you have to go to church, and if you don't, then you're sinning, and you got to say 3 Hail Marys and tithing, you know, and repent and confess your sins. And I just, it's not that it's too much work, it's just I do that all on my own, you know, and I believe where I think is holy at that time, I believe that's what gets done for me. You know, everybody believes in their own thing. Everybody believes, and I don't know, as a kid, if you want to play basketball, you believe in Michael Jordan is the best player in the world, so you look up to him. You play football, you think Eli Manning's the best quarterback in the world, so you look up to him and strive after him. You know, you're alone on a desert island and you're trying to survive and make it through the day, so you believe in a volleyball's Wilson. It's all relative. Me in your life. Have I seen, what do you mean have I, me in your life? I don't know what you mean, Carla. Trying to get done with this race, and then I might be able to buy another car. I don't think so yet. I might have to do some pursuits with the popos. Oh, this Civic is horrible though. I might have to change the handling now that I tuned it up a little. Yeah, I've seen the Mandela effect in my life. I mean, I don't know if you were here earlier listening. I think you just came into the picture. Welcome. I appreciate you watching the stream. Go ahead and throw a like, subscribe. I'll be doing this, I don't know, every, maybe twice, 3 times a week. Yeah, I've seen it in my life. Main one for me is C3PO being that he has a silver leg now. And I know for a fact that he never had a silver leg. He, first time he got his exoskeleton, it was all gold because Anakin was being given an award for the ceremony where he saved the princess, you know, and so he's the best that he can look, and he's in his gold armor or exoskeleton. He don't have a silver leg. And see, what people try to say is, oh, well, no, he had a silver leg because the first time Anakin built him, it was out of spare parts. And they gave him a silver leg because it was a bomb for him, so when he got captured by the Empire, he could blow him up. Between the 3rd and 4th movie. Okay. You know, and it's... So, I go and start researching it, and I notice some of the pictures are silver leg, and some of the pictures are all gold. So I'm like, okay, either it hasn't changed fully or it's slowly integrating itself. So I look at this children's book I have, and all the pictures inside the children's book, it's a Star Wars children's book from like last year, except, okay, all the pictures inside the book have him with a silver leg, but then I look at the picture on the outside and he doesn't have a silver leg. Why would that be? Every picture inside the book, it's basically like a summarization of the stories of Star Wars in little 10-page snippets for kids. And in every picture, it looks like somebody went through and started trying to erase the gold off the leg. Yeah, my family doesn't look at me crazy because my mom knows I'm awake, and she knows I actually, you know, am logical and can back up everything that I see with logical explanations, you know, and I'll research stuff and look at different videos and posts and forums and comments and talk to people and actually, yeah, you know, and I know what it looks like and it sounds like. I mean, you got to take yourself from the outside also and try to understand how you can get to that person and how you can explain to them without them just knocking it and not researching it more themselves. Because that's what I found too, is you can try to tell a person anything and everything and show them stuff, but unless they actually want to see it, and well, it goes with the conception of how things are now though, is unless it's actually impeding your life or causing you physical harm, it's not important to people. So therefore nobody pays attention. I mean, I've been researching stuff going into things since 9/11, you know, and trying to tell people that things just aren't right and that you really got to pay attention to what they're doing and how they're orchestrating things and how they put everything in movies and, you know, put it right in front of our face for us not to see it. The Art of War, Sun Tzu, you know, and then, you know, you feel like you're awake, but then you start looking into this stuff and seeing how far it goes, and you feel asleep again. I mean, like Abdul's saying, like, I thought I had a good feel and a good notion upon what was happening in, you know, with all the conspiracies and BS and these false flags and the, you know, paid protesters and the surveillance role players and the crisis actors and the see, so you gotta be careful what keywords you say in certain scenarios too, because I already know they're watching me and paying attention to me, so I could really care less, but I don't want to harm or invoke anybody else to have to get more upon their own lives, because I mean, I've had a lot of crazy things happen recently upon things that have happened in the past that I can definitely say I'm being watched. You know, I can definitely say without a notion or yeah, I know. And it's like you start telling people and they start looking at you crazy, so then they stop paying attention to you. And then so who's really paying attention to you when you need their help? Who's gonna be there in the end when all your friends think you're crazy? The more I wake, the more I get confused. Yeah, see, and that's where I see it. I don't want to amp myself up to make myself seem like I'm this all articulate, knowing, influential person, but I don't have an eidetic memory, but I have a very, very fluid memory. Like, I can recall things off the top of my brain without having to really research it or look into things, or I close my eyes and picture something and I'm back in that moment, so I can recall everything and anything that happened in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Flat Earth. And then, see, that's the thing too, is you got to go into all these conspiracies, whether it looks fake or whether it could be the most absurd thing in the freaking world. You got to, because if you don't know anything about it, in the end, if that's the thing that was really causing it, you're gonna look like a dumbass because you never paid any attention to it. You know, I don't really watch TV anymore. I used to watch all the news channels, like every single one, CNN, Fox, NBC. I used to watch them all, you know, NBC, BBC, just to see the middle ground, because to look through to see the real shit, you gotta look through the bullshit, you know. But then it just becomes so much of a soap opera, and it's really all just fucking charades and games. Really, behind the scenes, they're all just friends and buddy, and they're all patting each other on the back and being paid by the same people. I mean, you can watch, I can't remember her name, I think it's like Dana Bash. She used to be on Red Eye, which was on the Fox channel, and then like all of a sudden, like she had a fallout or something, and then she was on CNN all the time, and then she went back to Fox, and then now she's like on both all the time. And it's like she never was one-sided. Like, she's always been a mediator for both sides. But no, that it's the same thing with Bob Beckel and like pretty much all those dudes that go on that show. They all go on each other's fucking news channels and everything, but supposedly they're against each other. You know, one's pro-Democrat and one's pro-Republican, and then you got NBC, which is supposed to be the middle, you know. But really, when you watch these events happening and these false flags, they all have the same misconstrued fucking bullshit-ass stories, and they're all fucking jumping to conclusions before they all have the facts of the matter, like real news used to be. Before Obama used to go on Saturday Night Live and the Tonight Shows and make fun of himself for not really doing shit through his presidency, but he's doing a slow jam song with fucking Jimmy Fallon talking about how he's increased the economy and made so many more jobs, and Obamacare's doing so good right now, and it's, yeah. And you go in the top 1%, secret societies and the Illuminati, and they're really just a branch of, you know, the puppets, because the puppet master is the one pulling the strings. I mean, money rules the world in any sense. They live in a total different, essentially, dimension than us. A total different life. I mean, that's just, you look at celebrities and how their life is different, and they don't really make relatively as much money as, say, a billionaire. I mean, you watch the show Silicon Valley, again, they put shit right in front of your face so you don't see it. They talk about this shit all the time. I mean, they talked about the dude, Gavin Bell, or whatever his name is, the CEO of Hulu, which is like Google, scrubbing the internet of negative information about himself and getting his employees to do it for him. I mean, I can't fathom things anymore. Turned off the TV. Druids? Yeah. I see, and then we were going like into magic and shit, and demons and angels and supernatural. Okay, I don't know if you guys ever seen that show or watched it or paid attention to it. And yes, it's a TV show. I understand that. And yes, it's very exaggerated and unproportionalized, and they're not gonna put everything inside the show to show you how you can do magic. But at the same time, the underlying meaning and the basis of everything and how it's manipulated and construed and took into people's advantage, and you know, I mean, I watched my brother when I was in elementary go online and look up love potions or love spells on how to get a girl to love him, and the next day, like literally the day before, this chick that did not like him, would hate him, you know, would shrug him off, da 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 da. Next day, all over him, couldn't get this chick off of him. Just, you know, and yeah, it's little kid stuff and playing games, but no, it, you know, yeah, they give us a paper that says it has value. When humanity used to trade in gold and silver, there was wisdom then. Oh, yeah, and that's the trivial thing. Look at Venezuela right now and how everything's collapsed with them because of the fact that they printed too much money and couldn't back it up. And I believe their market crashed, or their oil market crashed, and so they couldn't keep up with it no more, you know, like, and now people are eating dogs and freaking animals on the side of the road because they don't have anything to eat. I don't know what car I want to buy. I don't have that. Yeah, I'll just buy the Miata. I need me a drifting car, so I'm gonna take this BS Miata, try to do stuff with it. So anyways, how you guys doing? You guys getting tired? It's about 1:20 in the morning here. I might end the stream pretty soon if you guys don't have any more topics or discussions to talk about. As soon as Gaddafi was taken about. Oh yeah, see. And if you look at like the way we took out Saddam and then Gaddafi and the way we went into South Korea and then Vietnam and Fallujah and like all these BS countries that we put our foot in and say, you know, we need to do shit about it and we need to go over there and help them out, because if we don't, then the world's gonna fall to pieces and, you know, it's not gonna be the same. You know, we've got to save the world from itself, but in actuality, that's not it at all. We want a foot in everything, and the best way to do that is to literally have your foot in everything. I remember watching the Twin Towers fall that morning and it being a foggy day schedule at my school living in California, and just how real it looked and how as a country we stood still, basically took a breath and all decided that because these individuals that all came together and had a plan and they orchestrated it and, you know, were successfully did it, that we need to go over into this country and take it over and find weapons of mass destruction. Like, I don't think anybody really paid attention to that. Like, World War II, we had an actual cause, you know, and I mean, you can go into all that too and really understand that the central banks of Germany are really what in actuality caused World War II to happen, and Hitler just took advantage of it. He was just the right person at the right job or right place, and said we need to change, you know. And so Germany was like, oh yeah, we need change, it's not working right now, you know, what we're doing, da 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 da. And so that's what happened. It's just, I don't even have enough to buy freaking rims right now. Really? Ah, man, I'm gonna have to drift with a stock car. Oh well. Seems a little too quiet on the Syria-Russian. Yeah, see, that's the thing too, is, have you heard anything mentioned about that missing plane MH370? No. Or the plane that, you know, got shot down supposedly by a surface-to-air missile in Crimea? No. You know, it's like, huh. Interesting. There was another thing I remember the other day that I was noticing they haven't mentioned anything about. And it was like a big thing, and it's just like, no, they're not paying attention anymore. They're on to the next thing. Okay. It's just like the Orlando attack. I mean, everybody was supposedly outraged and mad and horrified and everything, but now everybody's on to the next thing. You know, and everybody had a Facebook filters for the France attack. You know, everybody changed their picture, their filter to the colors of the France flag. But when something in America happens, now granted, I've seen a couple people. What the heck is going on here? I don't know how, but my controls got changed. Yeah, my left stick was to change my view and my right stick was to turn. That was weird. I don't know how that happened. Okay. Let's see. It got inverted somehow. No, see, why did I get, oh, because, oh, I see. I know why now. I didn't change him to manual. I gotta change it to manual. I forgot. plan out. Well, hey guys, I really appreciate y'all coming out and watching this live stream and voicing your opinions and points. I definitely will be doing this again. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and if you haven't or don't have me on Facebook, you can look under the same exact name as this channel is called, Never Bored Again Gaming. It says Never Bored Again, and then the last name is Gaming on Facebook. Here I'll go ahead and link it. You know what? I don't know why I'm even playing. So that way we could talk about this ish some more personally. There's that. That's the Facebook link. I got a Google Plus and Twitter too. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put the Twitter up. But yeah, like I said, it was great talking to you guys, voicing your opinions. Next time I'll try to have stuff a little more organized so that I can stay on topic a little more. Maybe I'll talk about something differently because like I said, I do this, you know, all the time with my wife and friends and family as far as talking about stuff, and it's really amazing to me that just the majority of people right now, I'd say a good 90% are asleep, and things are getting bad, and nobody's gonna want to do anything until the last moment, until it's personally affecting them. But that's the thing, is it's gonna be too late when that happens, because we're not gonna be able to go back from where we're going. And I mean, technology is great, and advancements are great, and getting somewhere forward is great, but doing it as a collective and making sure everybody thinks it's the best thing is what we're supposed to be about. You know, we don't actually vote anymore because the electoral colleges choose where our vote goes. We don't anymore, and that's the sad thing. And everybody likes to say, oh, I voted, you know, so my opinion matters. Is it really don't. And any retrospective, to get anything done nowadays, you gotta either, I don't even know, like kill somebody like Gabrielle, or not Gabrielle Giffords, what's that one chick that killed her boyfriend and went to prison and then got famous because she was in prison? Aries, what's her name? From Arizona, actually, too. But you know what I'm saying? Or you gotta go and make yourself look like a stupid idiot and stomp on the flag before anybody pays attention to you. But the real matter of the fact is they don't pay attention. They're just watching it because everybody else is watching. No, I just don't know anymore. But yeah. Thanks again, guys. This is Never Bored Again Gaming. And be sure to tune in again. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. Be safe out there. And peace. I gotta figure out how to turn this off now.